Buongiorno everyone and welcome to the live player ratings. So as we discuss our ratings for Newcastle United starting 11, maybe a couple of subs, make sure you drop yours in the comments below. I can tell by the tone of my voice it's going to be a negative one. It's going to be some low numbers tonight. Keg, I'll let you start with Karl Darlow, who came in for a lot of criticism from fans and judgment on Bruce of him starting his cup goalkeeper instead of his number one Dubravka, but to be fair, he made some crucial saves in the first half, didn't he?
He did, yeah. Like, you can't really fault Karl Darlow, and not everybody was happy. Like, Karl Darlow's a good goalkeeper. He's not an elite goalkeeper. I think Martin Dubravka's, he's one of the best in the Premier League, like, certainly outside the top six anyway. But like Darlow, he's a very, very good number two. He'll make do for a fantastic championship team, a team at the bottom, like in Aston Villa, for example. I know they were after him in January before they got Pepe Reina in. But yeah, he did all right. Can't really fault him. Like, we conceded 2 goals. One was a penalty. The Sterling effort was right in the bottom corner. Couldn't really have done much better. I think, like, I know he came in for a lot of criticism, but to be fair to him, he did really well. So I'd probably give him a 7, to be fair.
He did do well. I think Jordy made a good point in the fan cam. So once they're up, check it out about what precedence does it set when you drop your number one keeper out of the rest of the team about the importance of the game. But Darlow stepped in, did a good job. I thought it wasn't a fault for Sterling's goal. Can't really do much about a penalty. It's potluck. So fair enough, Rain. Manquillo tonight. I think Manquillo's definitely better in a back four. As I get onto it, I think Lascelles is as well. But Manquillo tonight, I give him a 4. Didn't really do much. Didn't close down enough. But just like everyone else, I mean, he was nowhere to be seen, was he?
No, I didn't really think he had that bad of a game, to be fair. Like, but he's had better games, like you say, like in a flat back four. He does a lot better. I think, like on the as a wing back, it's a very different position. It seems like it shouldn't be. Wing back and full back are very, very similar positions, but they're also like miles apart. Like you see the difference in like Manquillo and Danny Rose, Yedlin, Kraft. Like, they all perform very, very differently depending on which role they're playing in. And Manquillo definitely suits a flat back four a hell of a lot more than he does a 5.
He did. I didn't look comfortable tonight for me. And he only managed 1 cross as well, so not good enough. Fernandez?
Fernandez, I thought, was all right. And I would praise him a lot. He's been in very, very good form recently. Today he was just okay. I didn't really think he was anything outstanding. He did kind of typical jobs that he does. He was good at clearing the ball, getting himself in the way of stuff. Just all right. Probably just about a 6.
Fabian Schär, fucking hell. Shocking. Schär shocking the first half. So unnecessary, that foul on Jesus. Not 1 push, but 2. Modern day footballers will go over, but you'd be given a chance. It's fucking fair enough. Like, Schär must have thought after lockdown VAR wasn't going to come back. He was going to call it either way, but he was going to get rid of it. Appalling decision. I kind of get my head around that. Why he decided to go for the push? The cross was high as well. It wasn't like he was going to. The cross was at Jesus' feet, and he was under pressure, and Jesus was about to get a shot away. The ball was going to go over the top of him. There was no stress. There was no worry. There was no chance at goal there for Jesus. Bewildering by Fabian Schär. Look, lack of match fitness. Totally out of place. I thought he was a bit better second half when he moved further forward.
Yeah,
we didn't utilise him enough in terms of spraying balls about, trying to get balls across to the wingers, trying to get balls up to Andy. We didn't do that enough. And he looked way off the mark defensively as well. He struggled. Give him a 2.
Fair.
Lascelles.
Similar to Fernandez, like, I know him and like them two have formed like a really good partnership lately. Like in a flat back four, them two have been outstanding. 1 goal conceded in the Premier League since we've reverted to 4 at the back instead of 5. For him, I think his performance was similar to Fernandez. Like, it wasn't his best, but he did what he had to do. Like, he got in the way, blocked some shots, cleared some balls. Like, other than that, like, no, outstanding. I gave Fernandez a 6, so I'd probably give Lascelles a. Did I give Fernandez a 6?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'll give Lascelles a 5.
Yeah. Danny Rose, to be fair, I thought was really decent tonight, especially after the first 10, 15 minutes where he was pissing us off a little bit because he was giving Morris too much space and time. But Morris is one of the trickiest, paciest wingers in the game, so it's always going to be hard to defend against him. I thought he made some very well-timed tackles, interceptions, good strength on and off the ball. One of our best performers on the night, to be honest, Danny Rose, so I'll give him a 7.
Yeah, I was impressed with him today.
Isaac Hayden, who was fit, or was he? Let us know.
Yeah, like Hayden did all right, to be fair. Like he gets stuck in just as he does week in, week out as well. Like gets himself right stuck in the middle, proper rock in the middle. Yeah, today
not as much as usual though. For me, I don't think he closed people down enough.
Oh yeah, not like that's. I'm saying like that's what he usually does, but today like we're seeing glimpses of that, but compared to what we usually do, not enough. And as you mentioned, he was a huge doubt coming into this game. He picked up a similar injury to what Matt Ritchie did at the on Wednesday, and Matt Ritchie didn't make the matchday squad. So how fit was Isaac Hayden to start? I just think Shelby picked up a late knock, and he wasn't able to start. Sean and Matty have just come back from lengthy spells out. So I think Brucey was just kind of like, who do I start? I've got like 4 centre mids. Neither one of them are fit. I'm going to have to fucking play someone. So I think like Hayden has been extremely consistent for us. He is our midfield rock. He's a fan favourite now. So I think Brucey was just kind of at a crossroads and thought, I'm going to need to put him in. So yeah, I didn't think he was terrible, but I do question his fitness. Was he fully fit? So I'll probably give Hayden about a 6.
Sean Longstaff, shite.
Yeah,
honestly, tonight, I mean, have we seen a good Sean Longstaff in about a year? Because I can't recall it.
This season he's been
I really can't. It's been this time last year. I was in Mali and he was getting linked with Man United for 50 million. Ever since then, he's done nought, absolutely nothing. And it's bizarre that Brucey puts him in. Obviously, Shelby's clearly not even fit enough to come off the bench. But why is Sean not being given 10 minutes? Yeah, 20 minutes there, like Villa and Sheffield United. Do you know what I mean? Just get that match sharpness back up, because he came on the night and he was so off the boil. His first touch, his positional, he's closing down, everything. Piss poor. 3.
Mm-hmm.
You take a pick out of anyone you want. Wingers. Carroll.
Yeah, I'll go Maxi. Obviously, similar to Hayden, fan favourite. In fact, the fan favourite. The one that all the play goes through. The one that gets you off your seat. The one that gets you excited. Best player by a country mile in this team. First half, like you can probably point your finger at everyone in the first half. Everyone had a stinker. Like we couldn't get the ball out of our final third. Like we were just locked in. Like every ball that came out, like Man City just had a wall up. Like particularly with De Bruyne, he was all over that, like stopping the ball from getting out. I think we only crossed the halfway line about 2-3 times in the first half. Yeah, quite often on the left hand side, the ball was coming to Saint-Maximin. Rose was playing it out to Saint-Maximin. He just couldn't get the ball out of his feet. He couldn't run any further than like 5 yards. He couldn't get a pass off. It was a very, very slow performance from Saint-Maximin the day, particularly in that first half. Like I thought he was terrible, just as everyone else was. But like Man City played their game and they stopped us from doing ours. So maybe it's more credit to Man City than criticising Newcastle. I'm not sure. Second half we're opened up. Like we played a lot better in that second half. Like we were getting forward a lot, particularly in the first 20 minutes. And a lot came through Saint-Maximin. I thought he was great. Like he was the one that got the ball into Gayle for his chance. Brilliant little shimmy down the right. Got the ball in on a plate for Gayle. Shocking that he missed it. Should have been an assist for him. So yeah, Taylor 2 halves. But then again, the second half, it wasn't brilliant. So I don't know, probably 6.
I think that you see he was having to play really deep, wasn't he? And he did well to create the assist for Dwight Gayle. But obviously, Gayle couldn't finish it. I'll go with Almiro on the other side. I mean, was Almiro even playing?
Yeah.
Didn't get a cross in. Didn't get a shot in. Didn't make a pass. Didn't really ever give an option to anyone. Didn't really do any movement. So it was poor the night. I've seen a lot of the times he was like, does he not know what wing to be played on, because he was hugging the same side as Saint. He was there. Couldn't get on the ball. Normally he likes to take a touch and beat one man, beat two man and get into space, but he couldn't do that. So he was non-existent tonight. I'll give Almiron a 4.
Yeah.
Big Andy.
The big man up top. We're all crying up front to start, and to be fair, it was a great decision by Bruce. I actually thought he had a really, really good game. I was disappointed that he went off, to be fair. I would like to see him continue for another 15, 20 minutes just to see out the game, because he was causing Laporte an absolute nightmare.
On the verge of maybe another yellow, though.
Yeah, he got himself sent off. I think it was maybe a questionable booking as well. I think he's just... I think his blood was up, his pressure was high. He was just getting stuck in. I think him and Laporte were having a bit of a battle, which he was getting the better of, in my opinion. He went into a tackle with him, caught him a little bit late. It wasn't a malicious challenge, so it was maybe a little bit of a harsh yellow card. But I think Brucey's seen him getting a bit too much stuck in and thought he's already on a yellow card, so I'm gonna have to take him off. But he caused Laporte a nightmare the day. As I said before, we didn't really get into the opposition half much in the first half, so you can't really judge his first half performance. But second half, before he got taken off, he caused a threat. He was a handful, just as Andy Carroll is. Everybody in the Premier League knows what Andy Carroll can do on his day. It's just a massive shame that we don't see that enough. We've seen it on Wednesday when he came on against Villa, what a threat he can be, what a handful he can be. And yeah, I did think he had a great game for how involved he got. Like I say, Laporte, how much was he? He was about £60 million signing, world-class centre-back, and he didn't have a sniff in the day. He was petrified. He was on the floor 2-3 times. He's the big tough Andy Carroll that we know. But he was out of the moon. He got substituted because he was having a fucking stinker the day under Andy Carroll. So yeah, I'd probably say Andy Carroll was potentially our best outfield player of the day. Probably give him a 7. Probably can't really say much more than a 7.
Yeah. We have to touch on a couple of subs because you have to touch on the main sub, which is Dwight Gayle, who had the glorious golden chance for Newcastle United to equalise and then potentially kick on. That we would be on the front foot then, you'd think, after equalising. Even if we hung on for an extra time, you never know what's going to happen from there in football. And Dwight Gayle, watch the watch along or watch the review for a rank, so I can't be asked to do it again. But he misses from 3 yards out. He's a championship player. He's simply not good enough. He's got the number 12 on his back. I'll give him -12. Fucking wank. Absolute bag of wank. And everyone will see him play for Newcastle again. You cannot be missing chances out in big games it is. All right, all. Not good enough.
Yeah. It was poor. The game he came on against Villa the other day. Villa's a championship team. The ball was put on a plate by Carroll. It was well finished. Got to give him credit. Mm-hmm. But even in that game, he didn't really show up much. I don't think he did today when he came on either.
He didn't touch the ball before or after that chance did he against Villa. He didn't touch the ball before or after.
Yeah, no. He scored his goal, took it well, fair play to him. Today he could have done the exact same. One opportunity, one goal. That's all you need to do. Yeah, I don't think he got involved in the game. Other than that, I think that was the only time I actually recall him touching the ball. But he had one opportunity, one golden opportunity. The game's at 1-1, at 1-0, opportunity to make it 1-1. And I think we had the momentum up until that point. We were definitely on the up. If we score that goal, I think the win's in our sails and we go forward and potentially scrape a win, or at least take it extra time or penalties. You've got to be hitting those. Say you can score goals in the Championship against Aston Villa. You might look at Man City. It's a different level. But you're 3 yards out. You've only got the goalkeeper to beat. There's no excuses. It could be a training session. It could be Barcelona. You're 3 yards out. There's no excuse not to even get it on target. If Bravo made a great save, then you could say, all right, fair play. Goalkeeper did well. He didn't. He skied it from 3-4 yards out. Shocking.
Right. Quickly run through the other. So Joelinton came on with him.
Yeah, I thought Joelinton had a really good game, to be fair. He was the only one that was really getting stuck in. I don't know how long he got. He only had about 20 minutes or so, if that. But yeah, he was getting right stuck in. He committed a foul towards the end, I think the last passage of play. But he was getting right stuck in. He was showing some strength. He was committed. He had a great little run up the right-hand side from the back. He picked it up at pretty much a right-back spot. A little bit of skill, got forward, played his pass off.
Took on a couple of players.
Yeah, he did. I thought he had a really good impact. It was just too little, too late. I think from the point he came on, we were never ever going to win that game. So it was, it was a pretty pointless performance. But it was. I was happy to see him get stuck in because I know he takes a lot of criticism about his work rate and his effort and stuff. I thought his work rate was great. It just never really amounted to much.
He looked lost unlike most of the players throughout the entire game. So,
yeah.
What did you give him? Rating?
For a little cameo, probably about a 6.
He had 26 minutes, surprisingly. But
I didn't think he had that long.
Came on the 64th minute. But I mean, Lazaro, Yellen, and Matty Longstaff came on as well.
Yeah.
I mean, they had about 20 minutes. Matty had about 12, but neither had a sniff of the bar. Once Gill misses that chance, Sterling scores, it's game over, and no one's going to do that, are they?
Yeah, referee might as well have blown the whistle from that point. We were never going to get back into it. So, the later subs were pointless, really. Never really going to get into the game, cause much impact. So, I probably can't really give Lazaro, Yedlin, or Matty Longstaff a rating, I would say.
Nope. Right, that'll do then. Make sure you drop your player ratings below. Head over to the match review and all the fan comments as well. Check them out. Put your feelings, how you thought the match went below. Talk about Gayle, talk about Bruce, talk about the takeover, talk about anything else you want. What's your favourite fruit pastel colour? Cheers for watching. Subscribe to the Magpie Channel TV. Try and enjoy yourselves.